Somebody did. Want to hear my theory, sir?
No thanks, Angie. You read too many tabloids. Bag them for prints. We'll find whoever was here.
I've always been a loner. Never exactly fit in. Mom says all teenagers feel that way. Doesn't help much. I am different, and I don't know why.
Come on, when are you gonna show the coach? Your team could really use you.
You know she won't let me. Obsessed something's gonna happen to me.
Ain't like anything ever happens in this town.
Won't even let me take driver's ed.
Well, I got just the cure for that. Down to Mach 1, okay? Personal favor? Oh, man, Sheriff, pull over. What are you doing?
Let him earn it.
My bike. Oh, man.
Driving without a license is a serious offense.
Sorry, Sheriff.
I expect more from you than this, David. Your father would expect more.
You don't scare me anymore, Rafe. I'm sick of you butting into my life just because you were his friend.
I'm your friend too, David.
Friends like you I don't need. Am I under arrest?
No.
I'm out of here.
You drive.
Come on. You heard the man.
How much longer can I keep the secret from him? Who he really is, and who his father really was. Team Fleck, Kelusha.
Dragic, jak ty Gasborg?
Juszki. Jak die freie Hoop.
Thank you, Uncle. On the occasion of my first visit to your Earth facility, we will only use Earth speak.
Excellent practice, Kirusha.
Will there be a delegation from Earth to greet us?
Everything has been arranged, Your Majesty.
I only wish my father had lived to be here. For 30 years, you talked him out of this trip, Uncle.
Yes, for his safety. The people of Earth are quite primitive, Kirusha.
But they look so much like us.
Some do.
Well, I want to meet them all. Rafe, how is my Earth speak?
Adequate. The Exeter. Put it on.
Rafe, I'm not your student anymore.
But I am still your protector. Put it on.
Why?
To remind your uncle, you are the ruler.
Visitor 1, this is Charles. Squawk to identify. Roger your squawk. Activate onboard cell phone. Outstanding. Continue approach. Welcome to Earth, Kirusha. I give you greetings.
I return your greetings. Commander Conrad, isn't it?
Here, sir, they call me Colonel. Won't you step inside? Amazing what we've done over the years, isn't it? Remind you of our cities back home?
At home, we don't hide cities under the ground. You Earth speak well, Colonel Conrad.
I've been here for 10 years, sir.
Manglers? What are they doing here?
Look, when construction is finished, we'll have the capability of arming and servicing 50 of our largest vessels.
Arming? For what?
Why? For the invasion.
Invasion? What invasion?
It was ordered years ago, Kelusha.
Who gave that order?
Why, your uncle, the Draugr.
Early in my exploration of this planet, it became clear to me that the behavior of these Air-Luffy was a threat to Tyroosian culture.
Draugr, your mission was to make friendship, trade.
It didn't work that way. Earth is a warlike planet with weapons of mass destruction, most of which are in this place called America. The only thing Americans respect is superior force. We will use this base to support such a force.
So this is why you kept my father away from Earth all these years. You knew he wouldn't approve this.
Your father never understood. Our planet is dying. We need to expand. Besides, Kelusha, what's done is done. It is you who will be praised for saving Tyros.
No.
No?
My father taught me rights of others are sacred. There will be no invasion.
I think you should reconsider.
No! Zas!
Kelusha, what a pity. All this work for nothing.
Try up. Treason!
Revolution.
Fire! This way! Move!
Stop them.
All together! Go, go! If I make you hang on. Release the manglers. It is done, sir. He is dead.
Good. No further distractions. You've done well.
Thank you, sir.
When construction on the base is complete, you'll be joined by many others. You will be preparing for the day of the invasion and the subjugation of Earth.
I await your return.
Your shoulder's almost healed. Can you explain that? Who are you?
That is excellent Earthspeak. You must be an Erdlufa.
A what?
Erdlufa. It means woman of Earth.
Oh, you bet, yeah. What does that make you?
I'm Tyrusian, from the planet Tyrus.
You're not kidding. Why were those soldiers trying to kill you?
Rafe.
Rafe?
He was my friend. I'm alone now.
I know how that feels.
Forgive me. I'm in your debt. How do I thank you?
Well, you could start by telling me your name.
My name is Kale.
I'm Rita. Oh, you put your hand in mine, then up and down. It's this little custom we have on Earth.
Yosh, I've read of this.
You really are from out there.
Yes, I am.
Okay, tell me that's Rafe.
Shah, we must go quickly.
Goodbye, my son. I'll return to you someday. Remember me. You're not going, Rafe.
You need me.
They need you. Serve them as you served me. Protect them as you protected me. And Rafe, teach him as you taught me. He is our future.
And so we stayed behind. And in the years that follow, we avoided danger by vigilance and sheer luck. And David grew to young manhood, and finally, our luck ran out.
Tell me it's prehistoric.
I'm sorry. I'm betting it's no more than 20 years old. Never seen anything like it. Doubt anybody else has either.
Somebody did. Want to hear my theory, sir?
No thanks, Angie. You read too many tabloids. Back with the prince. We'll find whoever was here.
Mom? Mom? Mom, what are you doing?
Oh, David, I'm sorry. I just got lost, I guess.
Mom, talk to me. He's been gone a long time. Who was he anyway? Why do you keep him such a mystery?
I will tell you when the time is right.
17 years old, Mom. I want to know. I've never even seen a picture of him.
Just look in the mirror.
The results are back, Major. You're gonna love this. The DNA doesn't match any known pattern. The bones aren't even carbon-based. They're some kind of silicon analog, twice as dense. Tendon attachments, much longer as well.
What are you saying?
Bottom line, this critter ain't from around here.
Told ya.
Define here.
The planet Earth, Major.
Did you want this, sir?
White House line. Phil Stark, military intelligence.
lab work is outstanding, Major Stark. Think of it. A species not of this earth. And the tabloids got it right for a change.
I have no idea how that leaked, General.
This is Washington, Major. Forget it. No one will believe them anyway. The main thing is the fingerprints you brought in. Glenport, Massachusetts. A woman and her son. I've sent a team to find them.
So, what's the deal with you and the sheriff? What are you talking about?
Hello? He nails me doing 90. He'd lock me up and throw away the key.
He was a friend of my father's. That's all I know.
A mangler. Oh my God. They found the cave.
Those mangler bones could lead them to us. We have to relocate again.
I can't keep disrupting David's life. He's not ready to deal with all this. He's still a boy, Rafe.
Then he needs to grow up quickly. He may have to lead sooner than we thought.
You think Hale's dead?
Whether he is or not, the fight against Dragut goes on. Rita, we promised him that. I saw David earlier today. Where is he now?
On a field trip to the museum in Boston.
Start packing. I've got to find him.
I love these things.
Didn't think you liked history.
No, I don't. Ask me how I feel about topless native women. Cool.
Barbaric, isn't it?
I guess so.
Hey, not bad.
Jim?
There's some cool stuff that way. Wanna see?
Nah, I better stay with the group.
Wouldn't you rather hang with me?
I gotta...
Look at me. Look at me. I knew you were special. Come on.
Excuse me.
Gotcha. Oh, who are you? What do you want?
He is one of us.
Let's go. Hey!
I have a report for General Conrad.
Rafe, thank you.
You want to tell me what happened?
It was like something out of a science fiction movie, you know? I mean, they were dragging me back to them with their minds. Too weird. Then they did this creepy thing with their eyes.
David, look at me. It wasn't like that.
We've got to get back to Glenport. We're close enough, Todd.
Keep this. It is your path to me. You'll know when the time comes.
Who's there?
Who are they?
We want the boy. Get down, David.
Run. Cut through the woods and get to your house.
But what are you gonna do?
Oh, boy, now!
Huh? What do you want?
They want you.
Ambas, back up!
Kill her. No! Stop!
exactly as I say. Take this. Go outside and start the car. Hurry!
No, I won't leave you.
I love you, David. Go now! Never let you have him.
Village. What extraordinary event has brought them here? Shortly after 10 p.m. last night, this quiet neighborhood was awakened by an eerie sound. Descriptions vary, but witnesses say they'd never heard anything like it before. What they discovered was that here behind me, a house that had stood for 30 years had vanished without a trace.
We got here as fast as we could.
Your call surprised me, Major. Why's DOD looking for Rita Carter?
Security matter. Was she in there?
Dunno.
We understand she has a son.
He's missing too.
Why'd you bring me here?
Because this place is half your heritage. There's another half. Come with me. Your father and I would come here to communicate with Tyrus.
Tyrus, what's that?
Another planet. Around another sun.
You're nuts.
Listen to me. The planet Tyrus has a civilization 10,000 years old. Half of you, David, is of that place.
What are you saying, that I'm half alien?
Your father was Tyrusian.
You are crazy.
No, David. The proof is within you. Look at my eyes.
Goodbye, my son. I wish I could be here to watch you grow up. Remember me. Remember me. Remember me.
Excuse me. You guys find anything yet?
Not yet. Did you know these people?
David was my friend. You all think he's dead?
Some do. My gut says no.
Really? Well then, where is he?
Don't know. Maybe you can help me find him.
So you've been protecting me all these years.
Yes,
Where did my father go?
to lead the fight against Dragit.
Who's Draggett?
He's the warlord who plans to invade Earth.
Invade Earth? Why?
He claims he's saving Taros. The Ushati, those who follow your father, disagree.
Then my father's alive?
I hope so.
Refan Norduk. Filis Suta.
Norduk Sota.
Lechtik Kakdat.
Lechtig.
Kakdat ja. Skak Kof.
We must hurry.
Who was that?
The commander of an Ushati ship. They're coming to get us. I'm coming to take you home.
Conrad,
Your favorite spy checking in.
where have you been, Simon?
Doing exactly what you told us to. And we found him
Where is he?
on Maple Island, 2 miles northwest of Glenport, Mass. He's with the missing sheriff. We got pictures.
Send them.
What? No thank you.
Yektik Tasin, Simon.
Temper. On its way.
Bir psa zabit. How soon can you get your special forces team to Maple Island?
By nightfall.
I want the boy alive.
There's not much time.
I'm scared, Rafe.
I understand. Yeah, I have something to give you. This was your father's.
What is it?
We call it the Exitar. It is the symbol of sovereignty. 800 of your ancestors have worn it. We called your father Keolusha, our lawful ruler, as you will be someday. Put it on.
Did you see it? It changed to fit me.
When its sensors identified your genetic code, it adjusted to you. If you were not the son of Carol, it would have crushed your hand.
Okay, it's off.
Cut this branch. What are you doing?
You told me to cut the branch.
Yes, cut, not chop. You must pass your hand slowly through the wood. Concentrate on severing the fibers. Try it. Yosh.
Yosh?
Well, your father used to say it. It means, awesome.
What?
Move!
He looks American.
So do I.
God, Abutin! I want the boy alive! Commander Rafe, listen to me! Give us the boy, and we'll be gone! David Carter, can you hear me? You belong with us!
Stay down.
Come on, Commander! We can take you easily! Go ahead and try! Salute!
You know how to use that?
Yeah, I go to the movies.
You might want to cock it. Don't waste a shot. Just listen. When they get close, fire the sound.
Ray, they're coming in.
I'm afraid so.
It's them!
Light it up! Who the hell are they?
Not the local cops!
Let's go see. Echo Leader, this is Echo 1.
Echo 1, go ahead.
We have a DOD helo on scene. Looks like Major Stark.
I don't believe it. Has he identified you?
He's about to.
Take him out.
Abeticon!
I got it.
TACOM base, this is Hermes 1. We are under attack from unknown hostiles.
I do not like being shot at.
Stand your ground!
Gosh, who are these guys?
We're about to find out.
Busy night.
Very.
Who were those people?
First you tell us who you are.
Major Philip Stark, military intelligence. You must be the missing sheriff, which should make you David Carter.
How do you know that?
Oh, I know quite a bit. Starting with the skeleton of unknown species found in the Utah Badlands.
We have a lot to talk about, Major. Come. You've heard from him?
Not since they left the island.
Then what is it?
Something much more urgent. Pick up Scramble Line 2. It's Charles Air Force Base.
This is General Conrad.
Good evening, sir. Colonel Briggs. I have news you've been waiting to hear. It's about that weather front you've been tracking for years.
Ah, yes.
General, we have been placed on 24-hour storm watch, and I have a message for you from the meteorologist.
Yes. Seek shelter.
Excellent. Thank you for calling. So, it has come at last.
Congratulations, sir.
File a flight plan for me. I'm going to Charles Air Force Base.
You're asking me to believe a lot.
I don't expect you to believe me. You've got a file on Charles Air Force Base. Check into it. You'll find the evidence you need.
You are my evidence. I need you to come with me.
I'm sorry, that's not possible.
I'm afraid you don't have a choice.
Major, I don't think you want to do that.
Son of Kale. Commander, there is little time.
I'm sorry, but we have to leave.
Thank you for what you did.
Perhaps now you'll believe what we're fighting for. And something else. It is your fight, too.
Kill.
David,
I don't care what you say, I'm going.
listen to me. Blowing up the base will only delay the invasion, not stop it. This is just the first battle.
Then we'll fight it together.
David, I'm not counting on any of us coming back.
What?
you want to be a warrior, then you have to learn to follow orders as well as give them. You will stay here and take command if I don't return.
Me? What are you talking about?
You were born to rule, David. You must be ready.
Status report.
Sir, Force 2 assembling as scheduled. Estimated invasion launch in 01200 Kronos.
Excellent. Notify our key operatives across the country.
Code word?
Locust.
Over the drop zone. Stand by. Go!
Proceeding to primary objective.
Where? Engineering.
Attention. Transmission from the Dragon in 90 seconds.
Excuse me, sir. You better take a look at this.
We have an intruder inside engineering.
Rafe.
Rafe. Take 10 men to engineering. Bring him to me.
Attention. The Dragon.
We've waited a long time for this.
We certainly have.
Are we clear to begin Tachyon Drive?
We're on a temporary hold.
No sign of Rafe.
Show me the core. Quickly. He's activating the self-destruct system.
Got it. So the legend lives, but not for long.
Conrad, I expected to hear from you by now.
My apologies for the delay, sir. We're working on the problem. How much longer do I have the destruct sequence?
A minute, sir. Maybe less.
Seal off the core. Release the mangler.
But, sir, our men are in there.
Do it.
No, sir, we can't.
You do it.
We've got to do something. Don't you think I want to?
Done. Put your men out.
I'm all that's left.
Follow me.
Sir, the self-destruct sequence has been activated.
Cocteau.
I'll never make it. What are you doing? Won't let Rafe die. We have orders to stay here. To hell with that, I'm going in. You can't fly this thing. Watch me.
3 minutes to core detonation.
We got company. video game. Yes! Yes! Use your mind!
What happened?
I don't know, sir. It just went dead.
Get them back. Now.
Hold on. I'm coming. Take my hand! Rafe.
No time. Go.
The base has been destroyed. Someone triggered the self-destruct sequence.
Ushati.
Sir,
Turn back.
try to it.
Without a base on Earth, the invasion will fail. Take us home. We will execute our alternate plan.
We made it, Rafe.
He's the son of Kelu Shah, isn't he? I knew it. What? No heroics? No super acts of courage? I'm disappointed in you, Rafe. But I'll get over it.
No! Like this.
Look, I haven't got time.
Well, we've got plenty of time.
Yeah. I want to ride this sucker.
Get off my bike. Now.
Check it out. This wuss is giving me orders.
Hey, man. Be cool.
General Gordon to see Dr. Lear.
She's waiting for you, sir.
General Gordon, I'm so glad you finally come to the...
My aide, Major Lomack.
Welcome to Genobiotics, Major. I'd like to show you all of our progress. As you can see, we've made tremendous strides.
Yes, I've read your reports. I have just one little question.
Yes?
20 years ago, you contracted to provide us with a large number of test tube hybrids to act as terrorists. Where are they?
Well, General, you must understand that Tyrusian specifications require conflicting hereditary traits. The parametric variables of such a genetic nexus are
Excuse me. Despite the enormous resources we've expended on this bio-junk, Your results have been a little low-tech, don't you think? Your own 2 children fathered by Tyrusian genetic material.
A necessary first step, General. We need just a little more time.
Enough! You don't get it. We've wasted too much time and money on you already. But I will give you one last chance. Your children are gifted with certain Tyrusian powers. I want them to find David Carter.
How?
Find the boy in the next 24 hours or I will terminate our arrangement. And any loose ends lying around.
Yes, sir.
What's his problem? We found Carter once. Gordon's the one who screwed it up.
Find him again.
Oh, what are we now, bounty hunters?
Didn't you hear him? If we don't find David Carter, we are dead.
Man, why don't we just close up shop and disappear?
You don't understand. When the Tyrusians win, they'll find us. And they will win.
Ask me if I care.
Well, you'd better. It's hard for me to imagine any place where you could disappear.
I can find David Carter. There's only one place he can't go. It's the one place that's safe. Maple Island.
We'll find him for you, Mother dear. David, thank God. They've got you on wanted posters all over the place.
I know.
What'd you do?
They're trying to stop me.
Are you okay?
For now, I guess.
You need help?
You got that right.
Just tell me what to do.
Oh, man, it's so dangerous.
No big deal.
Yes, it is. You've seen the meteors on TV?
Yeah, what have they got to do with you?
They're no accident, Jim.
What?
I can't explain on the phone.
Okay, whatever. I'm here for you.
Thanks, Jim. Hang tight. I'll see you real soon.
Tomorrow?
I can't say. I'm going fishing first.
Gotta go. Take care, buddy.
You too.
Fishing.
Maple Island.
Continuing our lead story, the rash of meteors falling on Earth. Today's impact points were spread across the United States. There have been reports from Bear Mountain in Wyoming, Kimball, Minnesota, and Gainesworthy, West Virginia.
Let's go.
We're losing them. We'll be across the state line if they don't stop them.
This is 3-3. We're in high-speed pursuit of motorcycle on Highway 5.
Any units? Interdict south on Thorpe Road.
Roger, 3-3. We're on our way.
Children nearby, the ask are nasty. Fly! Please fly! Fly! He's coming! By Doc's miracle, I survived again. But how could I save the planet if I could barely get away from a couple of cops?
What do you make of it?
Just like they said on TV.
What's going on?
What are they, meteors?
It's coming straight at us.
He's right.
It just got bombed or something. You gotta come. Hey! What are you doing?
I need a phone.
Just tell him to hurry. Hold it! Hold it!
Now I had seen for myself the kind of destruction Draggett had in mind for America. And this was just the beginning. More than ever, I had to reach the underground transmitter on the island and hoped you Shouty would hear my call for help. But Maple Island might just as well have been another planet away. You're good, baby. Can you walk on water?
Satellite commander reports the targeting phase is successful. We are ready to escalate to more important objectives. Here is the target list.
Excellent. Target by target, we shall destroy their entire infrastructure.
Everything was gone. The fishing shack, the signs of the battle Rafe and I fought here. Had they found the underground chamber? Had I come all this way for nothing? Everything was gone. Somebody cleaned up all the evidence. Had they found the underground chamber? Luck was with me. They hadn't found it. For just a moment, I was home. Mom's trunk. It was like a time capsule. Mom said she used to be a desert rat. Tyrusian flight suit. My father's. It reminded me of why I was here. I wondered if Mom had any idea what she was getting into.
Norduk Suta, Feliz Rikak.
Hello? Machete ship? Hello? Hello? I'm here. Hello?
Totik.
Ikek Zaz. Yojak Kir Dalas.
Look, I don't speak Tyrusian. Do you have someone on board who speaks English? English?
Vedniv. Identify yourself.
My name is David Carter.
Who is David Carter?
A friend of Rafe and Suda.
We were sent to find them. Where are they?
They were killed destroying the underground base.
Then they succeeded.
Yes.
Who are you?
My father was Kealusha.
What?
Look, there isn't time. Are you anywhere near the Earth?
We are in your inner solar system.
Perfect. There's something you've got to do.
We're listening. Asking us to believe a lot. How are we to find an undetectable satellite?
I don't know how, but everything depends on it.
We'll see what we can find out. One moment. You believe the boy?
Kealusha spoke of a son.
Scan for meteors. Sir.
Set her down.
Major, meteor on trajectory to Earth.
Take it out.
Direct hit, Major.
Well done. Follow trajectory back to its point of origin.
Right.
Track indicates satellite location beyond curvature of Earth's moon. Stay low, close to surface to avoid detection. That's odd. Signal getting stronger now. What's that up ahead? Just over that ridge. Enemy installation below. Get me the boy.
Yes.
We've located the source of the meteors.
Where?
A launch site on the dark side of your moon.
Oh my God.
We're going to take it out. Prepare for attack.
Yes, Major. Yes. On station.
A branch? There! He's got some kind of jet ski!
I don't believe it.
Never mind, Sergeant. We both know where he's going.
Move. Come on, Blue, move. You're laying on my screwdriver. Hey, no problem. I'll just use this one. Here we go. Gotcha. I do not understand how this happened. Were there survivors?
No, sir. All of the Ushadi died in the crash.
What was the damage to your moon base?
Minimal, sir. But it will take time to repair the magnetic launcher.
This is disturbing. Most disturbing.
Yes, Nugget.
How long before we can resume the meteor bombardment of Earth? Yeah. How long?
A week, possibly 2.
Do it. I gotta tell the kid. What are you looking at?
Maple Island's right out there.
Forget it. Between the meteor and this fog, we're never gonna get a boat. I'm calling Mother.
Why worry her?
Haven't you been listening? We've become expendable, Simon. General Gordon gave us 24 hours to find David Carter.
Quiet. Listen.
I don't hear anything.
There. Mrs. Bailey. You don't know how good it is to see you.
Are you okay? The police are looking for you.
Yeah. Look, I know it sounds bad, but you gotta trust me, please.
David, you know we trust you. Come on in, let me fix you something.
I can. I just need to talk to Jim.
We had to go to work, but he'll be getting off soon.
Thanks, I'll find him.
David, wait!
Attention shoppers, the mall will close in 3 minutes.
Come on, sweetheart, the mall's closing.
Too late for a double burger? David! Told you I'd make it.
Welcome back, man. Welcome home.
Who are you?
Sergeant Angie Romar. I'm with the Department of Defense, and I'd like to speak to Jim.
My son's still at work. Why?
A friend of his needs our help. David Carter?
No, I haven't seen him.
Mrs. Bailey, we're the good guys. Look, here's my number. Call me if you change your mind. He's alone out there, Mrs. Bailey. Alone and scared.
Promise me you'll help him.
Fifth time I've been crunched. I need more tokens.
Sorry, we're closing.
Ah, come on, man. I still got tokens.
Come back tomorrow. We open at 10.
Let's blow.
Okay, let me get this straight. You've just driven 72 hours straight on a motorcycle that hovers so you can use the glove that glows to stop evil Tyrusians from destroying Earth by launching meteors at us from the dark side of the moon, right?
When you put it that way, it does sound kind of wild.
Wild? What have you been smoking?
All right, it sounds crazy, but it's all true. Have you forgotten what they did to my house? My mom?
No, man, I remember. I'm here for you.
Thanks. Look, I need a place to crash while I figure out my next move.
Your next move? Come on, David, if half of this stuff is true, you gotta tell somebody. The Pentagon, maybe.
I can't. They're everywhere. One of them's an Air Force general.
Oh, right. Next, you're gonna tell me the president's an alien.
He's not, is he?
I don't think so. Hell, he may be our only hope.
Call him Maple Island. Come in, Maple Island. Are you out there?
David, your backpack's talking to you.
Hey, kid.
Doc,
How you doing?
I thought your orb was busted.
Well, I started tinkering with it. Got it working perfect. All right. Hold your horses. Friend of yours wants to say hi to you. Well, go on. Don't get bashful.
Hey, Blue, how you doing, boy? What is that? A video?
A computer game.
Cool. What's it called? Mangler Trilogy. I gotta get me one of them.
So there really is such a thing as a mangler.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, kid, I got some news.
Go ahead.
The meteor's gonna stop for a couple of weeks at least.
What happened?
That Ushabti ship took out a piece of the moon base. Still, you gotta prepare for the worst. They're rebuilding.
How can we stop them?
Wish I knew. I can't raise any other Ushabti ships.
I thought you were gonna sit this one out, Doc.
Leave you to get all the glory? No way. Keep in touch, kid.
What?
He's as crazy as you are, so it must be true.
David Carter.
That's the dude from the museum.
Jim, do exactly as I say. Take this and get out of here.
What's going on?
No time, just go.
I've waited a long time for this.
Well, come on.
Let's go.
on, Simon. Come on.
Get down. Now! Let's get you out of here. Relax. We are the good guys.
Give me a gun! What? Just give it to me! I need 10 seconds. Then what? Run. What are you going? Wait! What's he? Go! Go! Go!
He's still in there. David! David, where are you?
David! Can you hear us?
David!
David!
David, where are you?
Strange images danced in my head. Glimpses of a world I had never known. And then I woke up. You.
Get up.
Where am I?
You've been in hypersleep on the way to Tyrus.
What?
Your worlds are about to collide, David Carter. Try not to get crushed.
Let's go!
Time to get weightless.
Did you enjoy Zero Gravity?
Who are you?
I am Admiral Sinor. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me to the surface of Tyrus? There is someone very anxious to meet you.
Like I have a choice?
Frankly, not at this time. But soon. David Usha? Would you like to fly her through the ice ring? We've had reports that you are an excellent pilot. Approaching Sector 7.
Where do I land this?
Through there, David Usha. Your host awaits, David Usha. Don't. Beautiful. But her sting is deadly. Welcome to Tyrus, nephew. I've been expecting you. You must be hungry after your journey. You don't trust me. That's good. Come, I have many things to show you.
Why am I here?
To hear my side of the story. I'm not quite the monster some would have you believe.
Yeah, sure.
You've been misinformed about me. I just want to correct that impression.
What if I don't believe you?
You will be returned to Earth immediately. Agreed. I remember that same look in your father's eyes. So young, so defiant.
My father.
My home. Our home. Welcome to the Great Hall of Usha. Here we honor generations of your ancestors.
Your great-grandfather, ruthless, unyielding. He was succeeded by your grandfather, a brilliant administrator. It was he who devised our plans for Earth.
Tell me about my father.
A man after my own heart. He would have made a fine ruler were it not for his obsession with Earth. It blinded him to the needs of our people.
What happened to him?
He spent the past 16 years leading the Ushati forces against me. It hasn't been easy, but we were finally able to make peace between us.
Then he is alive.
More than alive. He's here at my side.
I don't understand.
Well, why don't we let him explain?
David, let me look at you. What a warrior you've become. I just wish I could have been there to watch you grow. Has he given his answer?
He doubts my intentions.
So did I. Come, there is much you need to know. I was shot down attacking the Dragget's command ship. He searched for days before he found me. I owe him my life.
But Rafe said it was Draget who tried to kill you.
A good man, Rafe. But a bit too quick to action. As I regained my strength, I saw all the good the Draget has done for the people. My people. I lost this in battle, but for the first time I truly began to see I was the renegade, not Draget. He needs you, David. I need you.
Me? What can I do?
There has been enough bloodshed. The only way to stop it is for the people to see that we three stand as one. Help us heal our land.
But I'm just a...
You are my son. That is enough.
The people await you, David Usha.
Have they been told about the invasion of Earth?
There will be no invasion if you join us.
We offer you the power to make a difference in the future of both your worlds, David Usha.
But Rafe said that...
Son, Rafe is dead. You have your mother's eyes.
Where is Mom?
What?
Rafe said she went to join you. Is that true?
Son, these things are more complicated than you realize.
Of course it's true, David. Mom.
David Usha, the people wait.
Now, son, join us.
Mom, what do I do?
My sweet David, do you believe in me?
Believe in you? Mom, you're all I ever had.
Then believe in me now, David. I I am the spirit of all that is good and true within you.
No, don't listen to her, David. Then what do I do?
Run.
What?
Run, David. Now!
Son, don't do this. I am your father. No! I don't believe you.
You will never leave here alive, boy. You will never leave here alive, boy.
Can you help me get out of here?
Kill him. Kill him.
Help me! Can you help me? Brave! You're alive!
As long as you fight, I shall never die.
Brave, what's happening to me?
You must leave this place. If you do not join the Draugr, he must kill you.
I'm taking the Raider back to Earth.
No. The way out lies beyond the garden. Someone's there to lead you, a woman.
Mom?
Another. Find her. She will lead you out of this nightmare.
Brave.
We will meet again, David. I promise. Now go!
David, come with me.
You?
Listen to me, David. They'll never break you, but if you remain in this place, you will die. Come with me.
No!
You've gotta trust me. The way out is there. The light. David, hurry. Time's running out.
I give you greetings, nephew. You knew it would come to this.
No, David, you can't. You don't have the glove.
I have no choice. Well, come on!
Wasted enough time. He's never gonna break.
Stop it! You'll kill him!
Shut up. We've wasted enough time. He's never going to break.
Shut up. He's wasted enough time.
Idiot! We're supposed to convert him, not kill him.
My mind was clearing. I wasn't on Tyrus. Where was I?
Have a nice trip. Well, you've reached the end of the line.
Listen to me, Simon. Kill him, and they kill us. You must swear allegiance to the Dragot. Work with him. There's no other way.
No!
Don't be a fool. Do you realize what Dragot's offering Earth? No more war, no more poverty or crime.
It's a lie! It's all a lie!
Swear allegiance or the pain starts again. We take you back to Tyrus. Back into your mind. Back to the Dragot.
I don't care! I will never join him!
See? Ain't gonna happen. Time to finish our little game. And I've got just the thing to do it.
I wouldn't do that.
Listen to him, Simon.
I told you to shut up!
I don't believe I'm hearing this. He got away. You had him and he got away.
It wasn't my fault.
No? Then just whose fault was it, Doctor? Who do you suggest I hold responsible?
Sonia let him go. She said he was heading for the Capitol Mall.
Alert the Galim.
He could be right outside.
What are we waiting for?
Operator?
I need to be connected to the Pentagon, please. It's urgent.
Hold, please.
We'll take my car.
Department of the Army.
I'm looking for Major Philip Stark. Is there any way I can reach him?
One moment.
Stark, what?
Major, it's David Carter.
David, where are you?
I'm in a phone booth near the Pentagon. It's too foggy to see any signs. Uh-oh. I may have company.
Keep talking. We need 10 more seconds. Talk to me, David. Stay on the line. David!
David.
Got him.
Let's go.
read the call from here.
Stay back!
What was that?
Good question.
David, move away from the window.
Where did Major Stark go?
He'll be back. Relax, David. Isn't it time you started trusting us?
You've got quite a library, Sergeant Romar.
Angie. I like to read.
They're all books on war.
I'm a soldier.
You ever kill anybody?
Yes.
So have I.
You're in a war, David.
And you really do believe me?
Yes, we both do.
Thank you.
Not too late for the party?
I haven't had pizza in a long time.
He's here. Take Simon and get out. Before I change my mind. General Gordon, I'm glad you've come. We have much to discuss.
Teklov. Give me one good reason not to kill you right now.
We can find him. Sonia let him go. Sooner or later she'll contact him.
And then what? Let you screw things up again? I don't think so. Lomac. You know my aide, Major Lomac. If you analyze a sample of his DNA, I think you'd be surprised. You're not the only one capable of grand feats of genetic engineering, Doctor. Lomac comes from the planet Kaon. He's what we call a metamorph.
Oh, God. No.
As of now, Dr. Lear, the hybrid program is terminated. She's yours.
Wanted me to swear allegiance to Dragot.
But you stood up to them.
Of course. I'd never betray my father or the Ushadi.
How can we help you, David?
Doc says they'll start throwing meteors again soon. They'll knock out power grids, defense, transportation.
We've got to stop them.
How? They have the high ground. It doesn't get much higher than the moon.
We need a spaceship.
I can't contact the Ushadi.
I'm not talking about the Ushadi.
Only the president can authorize something like this. We've got to get David to him.
It's easier said than done. Especially with Gordon in the way. Speak of the devil.
Gordon here.
Yes, sir. I see. No problem, General. We'll be there. We have a command performance with Gordon tomorrow, 9 a.m. at the White House.
You know it's a trap.
Of course it's a trap.
We could tell the president now.
Right. Wake him up at 3 in the morning to tell him his chief military advisor's an alien and a bunch of bug-eyed monsters are throwing rocks at us from the moon. They'd lock us in a room and throw away the room.
I guess you're right. Have you got a plan?
He has breakfast in his office every morning at 8 sharp. And we're going to be there for this one.
Excuse me, but how do I get in?
If anyone stops you, you're my aide. Got that? Corporal?
Got it. You really think you can get us in to see the president?
They went to college together.
Don't worry about getting in to see him. Worry about what we say after we get in to see him. Don't look back. We've been made. Gordon's man. He saw us.
What do we do?
Let me talk to the chief alone.
You really think that's gonna do
We
it?
can't take the chance. Take David. You know where to go.
They're headed for the Oval Office. They've got the boy with them.
Let's go.
There really is a bowling alley under the White House.
Yeah, rumor is they're gonna build a new memorial to the first president who bowls a perfect game. David, over here.
Major Stark, can I help you?
Just a question or two for the chief, Mrs. Murphy.
The president's quite busy today, Major. I doubt he's got time for unscheduled talks. Besides, we have a 9 o'clock meeting.
This won't take long.
I guess I'm not making myself clear. This isn't an option, Major. It's an order. Stand down.
Mr. President, I need a quick word with you.
No time, Phil. I need to be at Camp David by noon.
Sir, I assure you this is a matter of the highest
Then tell
priority.
me on the way to the chopper. Hold the fort, General.
Romar. Yes, sir. The helipad got it. We're on our way.
Fine, David Carter. I'll take care of Stark.
Which way?
Hold it.
You don't want me to use this.
Oh, but I do.
focus. I knew who the enemy was. And for the first time, I knew who my friends were, too.
Uh-oh.
I got it. Stand down, Sergeant.
Sorry, sir. Can't let you have it.
Sergeant, I'm under orders from the President.
I was told you'd say that, sir. I was ordered to disregard it.
I hope we don't have to get into a rank-pulling contest over this, Sergeant.
Excuse me. Soldier, would you look me in the eye?
Excuse me?
I give you greetings.
Let's go. Sir, Stark took out the guards we put on his helicopter. He took off 12 minutes ago.
What? Intercept him, shoot him down if he won't comply.
Ladies and gentlemen, the First Lady of the United States, Mrs. Karen McAllister.
As you all know, tomorrow is an historic day. The USS Intrepid will begin the countdown for its first suborbital flight from Cape Kennedy to Edwards Air Force Base. This new generation of super space shuttle is fully automated, capable of taking off under her own power.
What do you think, Blue? Ain't that something?
The astronauts tell me anyone who can drive a car can fly the new shuttle. And there's less traffic up there.
Anybody can fly. I wonder.
So it is with great pleasure and pride that tonight I dedicate the USS Intrepid. May she fly in peace for all mankind.
You're staring at me, Sergeant.
You realize we just flushed our careers down the toilet.
Yeah, but the president will clear that up.
If he believes us.
You guys have really laid it on the line. How can I thank you?
It's no big deal.
Good evening, Office of the President.
Hi, Lieutenant. Is my guy handy?
One moment, ma'am. First Lady calling, sir.
Hi, honey. You look real good.
Oh, it's spectacular, John. Everything you said it was. Did you know they're planning to take ordinary people into space in a few years?
Yes, dear. Believe it or not, they briefed me on that.
How long are you going to be at Camp David?
I don't know. Some funny things have been happening.
Anything serious?
Hun, I gotta break off now.
Okay, I understand.
You always do. Thanks.
Mr. President, you better read this, sir.
A direct meteor hit on Point Barlow?
It's almost like someone aimed it.
Nobody could aim a meteor.
Sir, I'm beginning to wonder.
Alert the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I want to know what's going on here.
Uh-oh. Bogey at 5 o'clock high.
Within range, sir.
We can't outrun them.
I know.
Defense 6, this is Army 3-0. Come in, please.
We're okay. That's McDowell. Yo, Mac, this is Phil. What's up?
I think you know, sir. I have orders to escort you back to base.
From General Gordon.
That's a roger.
I want you to disregard those orders.
You know I can't do that.
We go back a long ways, Mac.
I know we do.
I give you my personal word that the President has ordered me to Camp David.
That may be true, Phil, but now all bets are off. I don't like it, but you have to turn back.
Just keep going, Sergeant.
They're not turning, sir.
Phil, I mean it. I have orders to shoot you down if you don't turn back. Don't make me do it.
No response, sir.
Lock and load.
They've locked on.
Listen to me, Mac. Gordon's not what he seems to be. He is a serious threat to the President and the country. Oh, I've got to get to Camp David.
I'm sorry, Phil. I don't have any choice.
That's never true. You could have a little friendly engine trouble.
You trained me better than that. Talk's over. I will fire in 10 seconds.
Mac.
10, 9, 8, 7.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to pop a rivet.
What?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What the? Returning to base.
Golf course at 3 o'clock if you need it, Mac. Exactly how did you do that?
Just trying to be helpful. Well, don't open the champagne just yet. I have a feeling we're not going to be welcome at Camp David.
Well, if we can't get in the front door, we'll just have to go around back. I used to work security here.
Is it electrified?
I used to be. The lawyers made them turn it off. Liability exposure. Goggles. Those beams are sensors. Interrupt one and all hell breaks loose.
This is General Gordon. Any signs of Major Stark's party?
No, sir.
Good. Stay on alert.
This one. Miller, I don't remember if it's right to left or left to right.
What's the difference? If he holds the mirror on the wrong side, the alarm will go off.
Oh, yeah. Now you hold it for me.
All due respect, sir, but you need to go on a diet. Where to?
This way. Wait a minute.
Is that your General Gordon?
Yeah.
He's the one who led the attack on Maple Island.
I knew it.
That SOB tried to kill us. This is getting very personal.
Oh, man. How do we get to the president now?
I want to emphasize this. These people are a major security threat. They're well-trained, armed, and dangerous. Find them. If they resist, kill them. Am I perfectly clear?
Sir, yes, sir.
Everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good. I've got to check on some things in my office. I'll be right back.
Whoa! Hold it right there. Phil?
I can explain everything, Mr. President, but you've got to hear us out.
Us?
Please, sir, you have to listen.
The hell I do.
Don't press that. Sir, the survival of our world is at stake.
That's a pretty melodramatic thing to say, Phil.
It's the truth. Excuse me, Mr. President, but it is true.
Who the hell are you?
David Carter, sir.
Oh, David Carter. Well, you don't look too dangerous to me.
No, sir.
All right, I'll listen, but it better be good.
First, sir, here is MI-8284. Did you read the copy I gave you?
No.
It contains evidence of alien infiltration throughout our command structure.
Go on.
Do you know anything about a huge underground facility at Charles Air Force Base?
The base that was destroyed. Does that have something to do with this?
Yes, sir. Let me start by saying that we can prove what I'm going to tell you.
I'll be the judge of that.
Sir, the United States is in imminent danger of an invasion from a planet outside our solar system.
I'm listening.
General Gordon's office.
Any problems?
No, General. He's meeting right now with the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Very good.
Not good, General.
Why?
He was very disturbed that you weren't here.
Tell the President I'm very sorry.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't know any of this until Rafe told me.
Fascinating. Oh, excuse me, Mr. President. I didn't...
Obviously, you were misinformed.
Yes, sir.
See that no one else disturbs me.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that.
I know we're asking you to believe a lot, sir, but...
A lot? Something of an understatement, Phil. It's the part about these aliens masquerading in the armed forces that I find hardest to swallow.
Mr. President, I'm sure an analysis of General Gordon's DNA will prove we're right.
Sergeant, do you seriously want me to demand a blood sample from a general of the United States Air Force?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, Gordon, nice of you to drop in. We were just talking about you.
Ah, yes. Major Stark and the elusive David Carter.
Sir, here is the enemy. Let me arrest him.
I can't do that, Major. You see, he's my commanding officer.
Shot on sight.
Stay here.
Are you gonna be all right?
Yes, sir. I just need a moment. I will get them for you.
No.
Calling David Carter. Calling David Carter. Come in, David Carter. Hey, kid, where are you?
Is your radio on? It's Doc. Hey, Doc, it's Jim. Jim Bailey.
Finally. Listen, Jim, I gotta reach the kid. Things are moving fast. The Ushabti Thikadraga's gonna get cocky, maybe move up the invasion.
Can't they do anything to stop it?
Not enough of them. But I got a plan.
Oh, what can we do to help? This is my mom.
Well, hello. Okay. Find the kid. Tell him I'm at Mosquito Lagoon in Florida. Have him meet me there.
I don't know how to reach him. Wait a minute. Would it help to locate Sergeant Angie Romar?
Looks like nobody's home.
Let's check out those hangars.
Yes, sir.
She's beautiful.
Romar. Hey, how are you? Yeah, he's right here. It's for you.
Hello? Jim! David, I don't believe it.
Listen, man, bad news. Doc says the invasion's gonna be moved up.
How soon?
He didn't say, but he's got a plan. He wants you to meet him in Florida.
Where in Florida?
A place called Mosquito Lagoon.
We'll find it. Thanks, man.
You can thank me in person. I'm coming too.
Jim, listen, it could be dangerous.
I don't want to hear it. I'm coming. I'll get there somehow.
You're crazy, man. Did you find him?
Yeah, he's on his way. Listen, how do I get this Tyrusian bike of yours started?
Simple. Just rotate the kickstand clockwise twice and give it a yank. Bike will run normal after that.
What's this?
Can't save the world on an empty stomach. I'm a mom. It's what I do. I'm so very proud of you, Jim.
It's been over an hour. Maybe they've stopped. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Our fingers crossed?
Sir, the press is waiting.
I don't give a damn about the press. What am I supposed to tell the American people?
The truth, sir.
The truth. That we don't know where these things are coming from? That we don't know who's sending them? CIA, FBI, DOD, nobody knows anything. I'm blind here, people, and I don't like it. I want answers now.
Sir, our entire missile system is at DEFCON 5. That's all we can do.
Sir, satellite tracking reports incoming.
Tell me they're gonna hit the Pacific.
No, sir. Tracking indicates Hoover Dam.
Admiral, launch your missiles.
Hold it. They're still coming, sir.
Dear God.
can't stop them. What do you suggest I tell the American people now?
Mr. President!
One at a time here. Ho! We have been able to track the meteor's trajectory. Apparently some form of geological disturbance is happening on the dark side of the moon. Listen to me. We are in the process of positioning an observation satellite.
Mr. President, sir, how do you explain the specific nature of the meteor's target?
I'm not sure I would call them targets.
Oh, come on, Mr. President. Fort Hood, Fort Myers, NORAD, the Hoover Dam.
Yes, and lighthouses and small towns and the ocean and the desert. Not every meteor is taking out something strategic.
What's being done to protect the general populace from these strikes?
We're doing everything possible to protect everybody.
Can you be more specific?
Not at this time.
See them feeding upon their fear. As a race, they're hardly worth conquering, but they're a planet. That is a jewel to be possessed. By this time tomorrow, our meteors will have taken up their entire power structure. Their early warning systems are gone. The bold move would be to invade now, while they're in chaos.
Where would our ships resupply?
Anywhere in America. Look at them. They offer no hope of resistance.
There are other factors. The Oshadi, we've underestimated them before.
A ragtag group of malcontents too busy warring among themselves to be of concern to us.
But if they found someone to unite them, say the son of Kelu Shah.
A minor problem, but notify Gordon. Have him hunt down David Carter and eliminate him. Invasion now. I wonder.
He's a natural.
Yeah, a natural.
You? What are you doing here?
We have to find David Carter. We need his help. Take us to him.
Hey, I'm not taking you anywhere.
Yes, you are.
Oh, that's just great. What are you gonna do? Shoot me?
If I have to.
Back there, it was like you knew he was leaving.
Yeah, we have this bond. Telepathic or something. Without me, he doesn't know what he's doing. The Tyrusians will find him.
Give me the gun. Get on.
Doc. Lou.
Hey, kid. Glad you made it.
Doc, you look so clean. It's a disguise.
Lou doesn't like it. Says I look like a men's room attendant.
Oh, he's all right. Just don't try to pet him.
Don't worry.
Doc, this is Major Stark and Sergeant Romar.
Major. Sergeant. Glad to have you aboard. Aboard? Aren't you here to help?
We're here to take the shuttle to the moon.
No, I'm here to take the shuttle to the moon. And we just got 8 hours to do it in.
You got a plan?
Buddy, you better believe it.
What do we got?
Well, the meteors just continue to fall like they're on some kind of schedule. I don't,
Admiral, what happened to our Star Wars technology?
Sir, you vetoed most of the funding for its development.
Don't pin this on me. We've got to give the people hope.
I understand that, sir, but we're up against the wall. Sir, it's for you. Not now. I believe you'll want to take this one, sir. Gordon.
Guess who?
You're a dead man.
I'd rather not be. And I've got something to bargain with.
I don't have time for games.
This is no game. I want to trade a life for a life. His for mine.
Who?
I can take you to David Carter.
They've increased security.
Doesn't matter. All we gotta do is act natural. Hell, I've been coming and going for days. Nobody's even given me a second look.
Why not go tonight? Over the fence.
The plan doesn't work that way. Trust me.
Shh. Listen.
Jim! David!
What's she doing here?
She sort of insisted I bring her along. I don't think they're real excited to see you.
What about you?
I don't know yet. Depends on why you're here.
The Tyrusians killed my mother. Now they're after me.
How do we know this isn't some sort of trap?
You don't. Look, I know nothing I say is going to convince you, but I can help. David and I share certain abilities. Together we'd be stronger.
You brought her. What do you think?
I trust her.
She stays.
Well, come on. We got work to do.
You'll understand if I don't salute, General.
Give me a reason not to kill you now.
I didn't let David Carter escape. It was my sister. Besides, I can lead you back to him.
How?
Not so fast. If I deliver him, you'll forget I ever existed, right?
David Carter in exchange for your life. How do I know you can find him?
My sister and I've got this telepathic bond. She's with him now, and I can take you there.
Lomac? You remember Lomac?
What is this?
Lomac has a team and a chopper. Take him wherever he wants to go.
Excellent.
But understand this. I want David Carter dead.
Me too, General. Me too.
This meat's delicious.
Yeah, you can thank Old Blue. He provided the entree.
What is it?
Gator. Leave him be. He's got to figure this out on his own.
Here.
Thanks. General Gordon.
Sir.
Didn't you distribute this?
Level 1 only, sir.
This report indicates that the meteors are being deliberately fired from a base on the dark side of the moon.
With all due respect, sir, the technical capability for such a weapon does not exist.
The meteors are a fact, Admiral. Any idiot can see they're being aimed at specific targets.
Aimed by whom, sir?
The report suggests military forces from another planet. 8284 cites evidence of a long-term alien presence here. And on the far side of the moon.
Sir, that report was written by Major Stark, a maverick officer given to hysterical speculation.
I've known Phil Stark for many years. He is not given to hysteria.
Until a few months ago, I would have agreed with you, sir. But recently he's shown aberrant behavior.
Well, maybe you would too, General, if you thought you were right. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this report is the only thing that makes sense.
Mr. President, the facts...
No. I don't want to hear any more debate. Admiral Rupert, you will take every possible action on the assumption that there are hostile forces on the moon. I expect you to locate and destroy them.
But, Mr. President, we do not have the material means to deal with this hypothesis.
What about the new super shuttle? It can reach the moon?
Well, yes, sir, but it's unarmed.
Then arm it. And get it up there now. We have no other options.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get it moving. Come on.
Doc's plan to steal the new space shuttle was ready. But if anyone found out we were there, we'd come all this way for nothing.
Clear. I knew this would come in handy.
What?
This. I got it hid behind this hologram.
Well, I'll be damned.
I told you he was resourceful.
Okay, let's load him up.
These look like the real thing.
They are. I had a little help.
What are these?
Tyrusian space luges. You're gonna love that part. Now, none of that. We'll have this whole nice swamp, lots of gators to eat. I'll be back. That's a promise.
When is your magic connection to your sister supposed to kick in?
We're not close enough yet. Just keep flying south.
Andrews Tower, this is Air Force 16, ready for takeoff.
Roger, 16, destination Cape Kennedy. You're cleared for takeoff. Have a good flight, General.
Range 4,000 Kisok.
Battle stations.
You are not seriously thinking of attacking. We do not have a chance.
We have a chance. A chance to cut off the head of the dragon.
Don't you think it's worth the risk?
Disengage stealth.
Ushati Raider attacking on 3rd quadrant.
Battle stations! Launch the interceptors!
Get them! We hurt them, sir, and we will hurt them again. Damage report.
Minor integrity loss. Being repaired.
How long?
48 hours.
Damn them!
Something else, sir. We have identified the raider.
Well.
You think we can get away with it? Piece of cake.
Yeah, you hope.
Cargo for the shuttle.
Oh, you part of the president's crazy new orders?
Huh?
It's pretty short notice for us to get the shuttle to the moon. You know where to go?
Oh, yeah. Mr. President, Frank Dwyer from Kennedy Space Center on 3.
Dwyer, where are we? Not good, Mr. President. I don't think you appreciate how much is involved in setting up a launch. You were already running a countdown. That was suborbital, sir. We have to write a whole new program, and the crew is scattered.
Well, write the new program, get the crew back, and let's get that bird launched.
It's going to take us a couple of days. I want it launched today. Do whatever it takes.
We're all set.
What the hell's going on here?
Additional cargo for the shuttle.
Nobody told me.
No, it's top secret.
Yeah, you can buy one of those for $20 in any Miami bar.
This one's genuine.
Maybe. But you ain't going near that ship until I check you out. This is Grogan. Patch me through to Mr. Dwyer.
Is there some trouble here?
Sir, these people claim to have unlisted secret cargo for the Intrepid.
That's right. We've been expecting them. You made good time.
I guess it's okay, Dr. Kazlik, but somebody should have notified me.
White House priorities. Someone's always left out of the loop.
Yeah, cancel that patch. I'm coming in. I'm sorry, sir. Just
doing your job. Yeah, I know all about it.
You must be David Usha. I give you greetings.
Doc? May I introduce Dr. Milo Koslik, Deputy Director of Shuttle Operations, and a fellow deserter from Tyrus. Told you I had some help.
Yes.
We hear the President's ordered a moon flight.
Right. Good news is, they wrote your program for you. Bad news is, the launch is in 5 hours.
What about the real astronauts?
Seems somehow their recall orders got delayed.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
I'll brief you on flight systems. Nothing you can't handle. When you reach lunar orbit, you can put your own plan into effect.
All right, people. Let's get our gear.
What?
That way!
Never seen anything like this before. What is it?
Top secret. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, sure.
You learning fast.
This is Mission Control. We are at T-minus 2 hours and counting.
I used to dream about being an astronaut. I guess it's in the genes.
Yeah. Genetics is the final mystery. It's something my mother used to say. I never thought I'd miss her.
I know how that feels. What is it?
Huh? There's a telepathic link between my brother and me. Oh. David, he's bringing them to find you.
Wait, where are you going? What are you doing?
I can't stay near you.
But Sonia!
Don't you get it? If I stay, they'll kill you.
I don't want you to go.
David. Good luck. They're moving! That way!
T-minus 1 hour and holding.
This is Caslick. Let me talk to Dwyer.
Yeah, Caslick, what is it?
They're here and suiting up.
Good work, man. Resume the countdown.
Resuming countdown at T-minus 60 minutes.
Could you catch that zipper for me?
Oh, fast times at Glenford High. Sorry. They're down there!
Air Force 16, this is Bird Dog, over.
This is 16, over.
We've located them, General.
Cape Kennedy?
No, sir. On I-95, heading for Georgia.
Idiots. He's leading on a wild goose chase.
Get rid of him.
Yes, sir.
What did he say?
You betrayed me, Simon.
None of this would have happened if you hadn't let David Carter go.
Take my hand.
The astronauts are entering the shuttle at T-minus 3 minutes.
The emergency panel is over there.
Got it.
Success.
Oh, this ship's really cool. Always hoped I could go to the moon.
Time to start hoping you get to come back.
We're really gonna do it.
All systems go. Auxiliary power off. U-banks normal. Guidance check, go. Umbilical drop, breathe. Hydraulics in the green.
T-minus 1 minute.
Port booster, go. Starboard booster, go. Main propulsion, go.
T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
You're going without us?
5, 4.
Who's on board?
3.
Not us.
2, 1.
Abort! Abort! Get security to the shuttle now!
Who is on board the Intrepid? Identify yourself.
Shut that off.
Whoever you are, you're in a mess of trouble.
They've locked off the command computer.
She's all set for liftoff. There's gotta be a way.
Can't we override?
We can substitute the onboard computer.
This one?
Maybe this here.
No, that one.
Cops coming.
Go for it.
me the White House.
Running hot, straight, and normal. Next stop, the moon.
White House 1, this is Air Force 16. Give me the boss now.
Gordon, where are you?
Sir, I'm in an F-118 and I have the hijacked space shuttle in sight. Permission to attack.
Hold up. We're trying to find out who's flying her.
Mr. President,